People start playing with us. We've got grants from several different organizations. So thank you, band, for showing up and doing what you do every week. Also, thank you, Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation. They gave us a grant this year. So did the North Carolina Arts Council and Focus Broadband. So we've been really, really fortunate this spring. I also want to thank Calvary Baptist for having us here again, and for all the work that Maria and Kyle and different ones have put into making this event happen. So thank you, Calvary, and everyone affiliated for letting us do this again. Also, Mr. C, Mr. Gus Cothran from Edgewood Elementary School, he's going to be narrating for us today. So thank you, Mr. C. Wayne Linton has been our director this season, and then Mr. Richard Tyndall will be directing us for the summer. So thank you. Christopher Cawley made our programs, and he works with me at the last minute like a champion. So thank you, Chris. And let's see who else. The news reporter has been great, and so has Columbus County News for helping publicize everything. Okay, and so now for the part where I beg for money, right? We got grants, but we also rely on donations from all of you kind folks. Miss Maria at the back there has a donation station if you want to help us with that. And she can give you a receipt if you need it. Also, some upcoming events that you may be interested in attending for our summer patriotic season. We're going to have 2 performances there. One will be on Sunday, June 29th, combined with the Southeastern Oratorio Society at the Boys and Girls Home Chapel. And then we'll do another one on Saturday, July 5th at the Memorial Park for the Veterans on 701 in the New Hope area. They're having a festival on Saturday, July 5th, so I hope everyone comes out for that. Let's see, one more thing, and then I'm going to stop and we'll get to the fun part, right? I have some people I need to recognize within the group, and I made a big mistake 2 weeks ago when I did this. Nathan Colley, will you please raise your hand? You're already speaking. Nathan is one of our 2 high school graduates, and I did not realize he was graduating this year. So congratulations, Nathan. I'm very sorry. Our other high school graduate is Braden Carteret. Braden has played with us ever since he was in the 8th grade at our 3rd rehearsal we ever had as a group. So Braden he's seen it all, and he's grown tremendously over the years, and we're very proud of him. And we're also very proud of Nathan. He has played with us on and off over the years as well. Thank you, guys. And then, of course, our college kids that I always have to pick on. Sylvia, Keith, Bradley, Caleb, Tony. All of these kids, well, Caleb is with us every week, but the rest of them have come home from college on their breaks and joined us at the last minute. And we love and appreciate all of you. I'm so glad you're here. And Caleb's family drives him from Wilmington classes back every week, pedal to the metal. So thank you, Mom, for that. I know that's been tough. And then the rest of you taking finals and then remembering us the next day. Thank you. Okay? This is the magical music of Disney. It spans about 60 years of Disney tunes. So I hope you go back to a place in your mind when this was new, and maybe you were a kid, or maybe your kids grew up listening to these things, your grandkids, whatever the case may be. We want to invoke some kind of feeling within you and the emotion involved. That's a big part of any type of cultural experience like this, whether it's band or visual art or dance or whatever. So I hope that what we do moves you in some kind of way, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
The Mandalorian, this popular Star Wars series, follows the adventures and exploits of a bounty hunter in the post-Return of the Jedi era. Featuring a stunning soundtrack by Ludwig Göransson, Paul Murphy presents this iconic main theme, so powerful and as dramatic as only he can for the concert stage. Get ready to hit light speed as we travel through hyperspace in a galaxy far, far away. most endearing and whimsical musicals of all time is this Disney classic featuring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. This year also marks the 61st anniversary of this beloved and cherished film. From start to finish, the quality of each and every song within this piece is completely unmatched. Whether you are 2 or 102, these timeless tunes have great appeal. It's practically perfect in every way. Disney's blockbuster Moana showcases memorable tunes along with an engaging story. Featured here is the hit single, How Far I'll Go, sung by Moana herself in the film. Even as a typical show tune in Disney's vast repertoire, This soulful arrangement portrays Moana's lament for being drawn to the ocean to find her own way, despite her father's wishes. This familiar tune is featured again in the blockbusting live-action remake from 2016. In this clever arrangement, we hear Paul Murphy using peppy two-beat styles, and it starts out with trombones on the melody. Each and every section of the band gets into the act, including solos for clarinet, trumpet, trombone, and tuba. A brief, slower section for a Dixieland combo then leads to a rousing finish.
break, so everybody can breathe a little bit. Go to the bathroom if you need to, whatever you gotta do, 10 minutes. So that's gonna be right